Welcome to a Pagan playthrough. I am Gaarik, and this is Dragon Age Inquisition. We'll be playing through this game to basically go through the storyline, enjoy the game as it is, and also bring up a few points that are presented by the game designers, by the plot of the story, as far as comparisons to real-world mythology and lore, different understandings of philosophy, little quips and pithy quotes that really bug me about these various games, and just enjoy the plot as it is. We're about to start a new game. And once we do so, the first thing we see is an explosion. Now, fair warning, I have played this game before. I've played as a human, I've played as a warrior and as a rogue, and also as a mage. But this time we're going to choose Elf Mage. Each of the races have a different bonus benefit to them. I like human because of the extra ability point, but you know, Canari's fun. Dwarf, little less fun, but that's just my opinion. We're going with Elf more for the storyline, however. And you can see we have different classes. We're gonna choose Mage. And we're going to go through a normal playthrough. And this is why we're doing Elven Mage. You get to be a Dalish apprentice for this one. So, we're going to enter this game with a Dalish apprentice playthrough and approach things from the standpoint of a mage who was not brought up in the Chantry, who was not brought up believing in the Maker. This will influence things as things go, so as soon as you guys have finished reading everything down there, yes, world state imports. Alright, at this point we enter into what Dragon Age calls the Fade, which is the spirit world where spirits exist. Spirits are myriad, meaning there's a lot of them, there's a lot of types, and they're not always what they seem to be. I'll talk a little bit about the spirit world and its influences while we go through, try to decide on a proper character here. Alright, so Dragon Age didn't come up with this out of whole cloth. There are a number of philosophies that believe that the spirit world is separate from the physical world by something called the Veil, which what separates the Fade in Dragon Age from the physical world is also the Veil. Other media influences might be the World of Darkness, both old and new. In the old World of Darkness, it was called the Umbra, and in the new World of Darkness, it was called the Shadow Realm, and both of these were separated from the physical world by what is called the Gauntlet. Beyond that, Celtic polytheism had a concept of the spirit world as separate from the physical world. They usually called the spirit world the Otherworlds.
Exactly?
They usually
How much is this going to
have
cost me
a...
exactly?
Ugh, I hate that voice.
Everything you've heard, completely true.
Yeah, I hate that
As long as
voice.
the
We're
job
going to go
gets
to
done,
the other one.
I don't care about the rest.
Anyway, so, as I said, the Celtic conception of the world had a separation, but it had more to do with visiting certain places, visiting certain points. Dragon Age actually goes into this by putting forth the idea where the Fade is thinner and spirits press through, and you can see various things in the Fade that had happened or that could have happened. We will see this later in the program. Alright, as soon as we finish character creation here, I think we're going to go with a green version of Mythal's tattoo. If you're interested in any of the elven gods, I have a link below in the YouTube area. So, let's get the name typed in, Gaarik, and let us begin. Alright, so now we're going to enter the Fade, turn around, obviously symbolic representation here, but we have the human female humanoid form showing the way out, the guide being an ancient symbol, and we continue moving forward until we... Oh! Fun! So we have terror spiders after us. Yay! That's delicious. And we try to get out of the Fade, which is dangerous in here. What I can't understand is why they have a mage in the Fade who has absolutely no idea what he was doing, despite the fact that most mages have an idea of the Fade. If you've played Dragon Age Origins, you know about the Harrowing. If you know anything about the Dalish, you know they have their own traditions, which are similar enough. And we come to the point where things are going to get difficult for this particular character, because I am pretty much opposing the Chantry on this playthrough as the Dalish elf, which I haven't actually done before. You know, I've been very, very nice to the Chantry up to this point in just about every playthrough. This playthrough, I'm going to be a little more the confrontational polytheist, which is not going to make things easy between me and her.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
And this is what I have a problem with this game. One of the first problems. There's only so many choices for conversation. And I wouldn't say any of them.
You think I'm responsible?
Explain this.
I'd love to, but no.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
And we go to the most confusing part of the conversations, the emotions. Sad, angry, stoic, or confused. Let's go with that one.
I don't understand.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me. But then... yeah.
Go to the Ford Camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you.
Now, every game world has their own myth of the apocalypse. I'm pretty sure these guys think that this is it for this one. A nice big hole in the sky. It looks vaguely radioactive green.
We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that.
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
Duh? Let's see what we got here. Okay, how could it stop this?
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
Well, that's fun. And of course, she still thinks I'm guilty, so let's find out why.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
Huh!
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is. And you are our only
You
suspect.
can say that
You
again.
wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
Alright. Now, I do want to be the good guy here, so... let's see. Do I have a choice? That's far too confrontational.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
I'm looking to do some good here. I just need a direction. Unfortunately, that direction is currently bound and gagged. Well, not gagged.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Okay.
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
I cannot believe you have the audacity to ask that question with that huge green hole in the sky. Anyway, so we're gonna head forward and hopefully get to that breach. Now I'm gonna try not talking over everything that these people say, because some of it is rather entertaining. But for the most part, if I miss 1 or 2 points, just, you know, deal with it. That's why I have captions turned on. Alright, so let's take a look at where we are. That's where we're going. And that, okay. That's our legend, in case you were wondering. I have no idea why I clicked on that. I was just curious, I guess. I hardly ever use the legend because I know what the symbols mean.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Okay, so there was a woman in the rift. There were something like 100, 200 priests at that chantry at the temple. You know, only the priesthood can only be female. And I'm about to fall. Lovely. Alright, so we come to our first fight of the game. And this is where we actually get to see demons. Yay. Fun. That rise up out of nothingness.
Stay behind me.
Yeah, you go ahead and deal with that. Come back, please, come back, please. Help me, save me. Okay, fine, I'll do it myself. Alright, so this is the first fight. I already have his attention, so he's going to smack me. I'm used to playing without too many damaging spells, but I should be able to take these guys out fairly easily.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
Okay, woman with a sword, and we already saw how my staff did hardly anything to those guys. So, yeah, let's disarm.
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. You
Wait,
don't need a staff.
wait, for
But
what?
you should have one. I cannot protect you.
Well, then what are you doing here? I mean, seriously.
I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
You should remember. You're telling me that you weren't going to remember.
Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
Okay, look
Where are all
around.
your soldiers?
At the forward camp or
Anything
fight.
here?
We are on our own for now.
Alright, in this game, if you can find anything, if you see anything, grab it. You see that everything's lighting up here. That is doing so because I'm hitting V almost constantly. Let's see what we picked up. Templar Scribe Cowl. And I kind of hate the helmets, so goodbye helmets. We're not going to have them show up. Let's get moving forward. But I'm hitting V fairly constantly, so I can see what is where, and I can pick it up fairly quickly.
There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Alright, so yet another attack. We're supposed to get around them and zap them or whatever. Get them both, but what I've noticed every time I do this is somebody decides, oh, this guy's causing damage. I'm actually surprised he's not doing it this time. There, got him. Yay. Alright, so we're gonna go back, and I happen to know that there's elf root and a piece of iron back here. Every nook and cranny has something. So you pick it up as much as possible, especially the elf root, because you're going to need elf root for everything. If you have potions at all, you need elf root. And I really do like using the regeneration potions. Right, so we're coming up on this second fight. You can see the Wraith hiding up there. And let's start.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Yep, I can see that. And it's still gonna hurt. So there is something in video games that I like to call a false sense of urgency. In order to get you invested in the plot, they try to hurry you up, try to make it sound like everything is urgent, has to be done now, and then they place all these wonderful items out in nooks and crannies where your second, your third playthrough, you don't feel that sense of urgency anymore to explore, and you find all these wonderful items. The problem with this being, they still try to make you invested with that sense of urgency in subsequent playthroughs.
They're falling from the breach!
Thank you, Captain Obvious. But they try to make you invested with these subsequent playthroughs, and you're just sitting there going, but I want the elf root. Give me the elf root. Is there a new magic item over here? I could use that. It's nothing extreme. It's just something that has always bothered me with just about every video game I've played. As long as there's not a timer or something to remind you that this is indeed urgent, second or third playthroughs of a game just don't have that sense. Don't have that sense of, I've got to hurry up. I can only grab so much in this playthrough before I move on. And this is something common in RPGs, by the way. They give you that urgency, but they don't give you that timer, that this is the last second before you do anything. And he's gonna follow me. Lovely. Go away. Go away. Get, thank you. Thank you, Cassandra. Doing your job. Do your job. Thank you. I know there are more elf fruit around here. I swear I saw it. There's the iron. Elf fruit. Elf fruit. There you are. Haha! Gotcha. Okay, if you haven't been able to tell by now, elf fruit is kind of my reason for living in this game. I've been known to go on side quests just to get the elf root on the way, or I will go and grab a whole bunch of elf root and oh, there's a side quest there. Always nice.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Alright, so she says we must help them. Again, there's that false sense of urgency. Now granted, we're still gonna kill these things anyway, and why not? That's part and parcel of the game, but there it is. And fanboy squeal.
Before more come through!
We get to see some old faces, some new faces, and we get to see what our mark does. That's not too bad.
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
So you mean that? Yeah, that's... I think I'm gonna go, you mean that mark.
You mean this? Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Gaarik Daruth, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
And there's the flirtation. Alright, I've got to do it.
Are you with the Chantry, or...
Was that a serious question?
Technically,
No.
I'm a prisoner.
No, it was
Just
not.
like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
Let's see. I think we're gonna tell him...
It's good to meet you, Varric.
Yes.
You may reconsider that stance in time.
Oh,
Probably not.
I'm sure we'll become great friends in the valley, Chuckles.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
Let's see here. We have a question, so let's go with that.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Like you, Solus is an apostate.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade. Far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
And there's no "that was pretentious" comment. Lovely. Let's focus on this.
It's a commendable attitude.
Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know. The magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is a mage, but I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
Well, Varric, so am I.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
And there's our false sense of urgency again, but we're going to ignore it because that about does it for our first playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. In the next few episodes, we will be exploring more of this destroyed temple and its environs, and hopefully we will find out what caused the breach, and our names will be vindicated. Let's... what do I want to do? I think I want to take a look and see where it is we're heading from here. So let's open the map. You can see how far we've come so far. There's our forward camp, and there's where we're heading out. The plan at this point is to meet Leliana at the forward camp and make sure that she's alive and not wanting to kill us, because apparently that's what everybody wants to do. Well, until next time, enjoy yourselves, and I will see you then.